Well, one of the pieces was the difference between a successful person and a failure is a successful person will think themselves out of failing. They'll fail many times, but and my dad calls me. He goes, I heard the RNC is happening. Don't leave your house, and if you have to, don't take anything from anybody. And I was like, stupid advice. I hung up the phone. I went outside. This guy hands me a poster. He's like, you want it? And I was like, fuck yeah, I don't have anything in my walls. I open it up. It says George Bush is a murderer. I was like, whatever, I'll put it on the wall.
Oh, cheers, man.
Cheers.
Time doesn't exist, there's more to what we see. Let's sit down, talk about it, let's just call it P.O.T, P.O.T, yeah. Let's call it P.O.T, P.O.T, yeah. Let's call it P.O.T. Yo, what's up, P.O.T heads? I got a crazy dope episode for you guys, man. I got a little treat. I got my boy right here. He's a comedian that he's been doing his thing all over the city. But before I keep going, I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Yeah, what's up? Brad Kofman, comedian. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And I've been seeing your clips, man. They're just, bro. I like the take, the one, the mechanic one.
Oh yeah, it's a true story.
That's crazy. Because like the reason why I like it is because I know about how heavy those motors are.
Yeah, right.
And for someone to just be able to pick that up.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. We saw him do it. We were like, what the fuck, man?
Is he a big guy or?
No, he's like kind of jacked, but he's like maybe 5'10", like maybe 180. Like I didn't expect it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the stories that make comedy, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like all my shit is true stories. I don't like to make up stories.
Right.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy?
Oh, fuck, man. 10 years.
10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I guess it takes time to develop that knowledge of what to talk about, right? Because I've been to some open mics and
yeah, no, for sure. It's 10 years. It's a long time, but like it takes time to develop it. It's definitely a skill. Like you get better at it as you go, for sure. Yeah, also you got to spend like a lot of time just fucking struggling and shit sucks for a long time, then it gets better, then it sucks again. I think it's just part of the game. It just makes you a person.
You were always developing here in Chicago, or?
Yeah, now I travel mostly and do shows around the country.
Right.
But I've always lived in Chicago for the most part. I did New York for a little bit. I'll spend like 3 weeks to a month in a place if like I can get a cheap room, or sometimes I'll trade rooms with other comics and shit. But Chicago's really always been home.
And have you always been doing stuff at what was it, Second City or?
Yeah, so I perform like in Chicago. I'll be at like Laugh Factory, Zanies, Lincoln Lodge, a bunch of other like random shows that pop up. But those are the main clubs. Second City, I do stuff at sometimes. They just don't do so much stand-up anymore. They used to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just say Second City because most comedians usually that's where they would develop their skills and stuff.
Yeah. So Second City is an improv and kind of sketch program. So people will start there and take like improv classes and stuff. And then it turns into like improv shows. And I think a lot of people who do stand-up started that or did that at like one period of time when they were younger.
Right.
And then like found their way to stand-up or like stayed in it.
Yeah, I love stand-up, man. I wish I knew. I'm funny in conversation maybe or with my friends, but I don't know if I could display it on stage the way comedians do.
I'm sure you can if you tried. It's not like rocket science. It's kind of a job that requires no qualifications. So I feel like if you did it for long enough, you get better. So you're a big comedy fan?
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite comics?
Let me see. Stephen Wright.
Oh, okay. We're going way back.
Yeah.
I like Stephen Wright is like the epitome of dry humor.
Yeah, it's just that straight to the punch.
Yeah.
One line, straight to the punch. And
so you like one-liners?
I like one-liners and I like punches.
Okay.
Like, or something that I wouldn't myself predict. Sometimes you could.
Yeah, that's the joke. You don't see it coming. Like,
right.
Yeah.
When it has that little twist to it is when at me as the listener, I'm like, yo, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
It's like when you were telling that story about that, you're like, oh yeah, we're thinking about how to carry this motor.
Yeah.
and then I'm like, how the fuck? And then you're like, yeah, dude just picked it up. I'm like,
yeah, he picked it up and we were like, what the fuck? Why are you so strong? And he goes, that ain't shit. Back in the day, I used to fuck fat bitches. We were just like, it's like one of those moments where you just have so many questions and you're just like, okay, what do you mean back in the day? And he's like, he goes on this whole rant about how he's 45 now. He's got sciatica. He can't do it. He wish he could still get in the game. It was just the funniest fucking thing, man. But like to your point, like that was a true story. Like the joke kind of wrote itself.
Yeah, and what you is the part that you don't really see coming. You know.
That's the funny part. Yeah, for sure. So you Stephen Wright? Any like newer comics that you're into?
Let me see newer comics. I do like what's his name? What's his name? He just released one on Hulu.
Okay.
He's from Chicago too.
Chicago guy?
Yeah.
What's he look like?
He's redhead.
Andrew Santino?
Andrew Santino.
Oh yeah, Andrew Santino's the man.
Yeah.
I don't really know him, but he was just leaving Chicago when I was starting here. Or not, maybe he had left already, but he would come back and do some of the shows like around 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like who he was today. And then like he just blew the fuck up.
Yeah. It's also like that punchiness too, right?
Yeah, he's a great joke writer.
Like Anthony Jeselnik.
Oh yeah.
That's another guy that's like, punch.
Yeah. Talk about one-liners. That guy he's one-liners and he's dark humor.
Yeah.
And he'll just like he like that's like really good writing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I like.
Yeah.
The writing.
Yeah.
Also like that other joke you were talking about, people always wanting to start businesses.
Oh yeah.
When they do
cocaine. Yeah.
That's so true, bro.
They do be doing that. Yeah, but like Jeselnik, Santino, those guys are really good writers. I think a lot of comedy, unfortunately, now doesn't have the same amount of like writing. Like I think there'll always be people like that for sure, but there's a lot of people who are like very performative,
right?
And like will just like run around on stage and just be like a big presence and like no jokes in there. But when you're watching it live, it's like kind of fun, so people laugh,
Yeah.
But I think we're lacking in really good joke writers.
It's more
right
like
now.
a performative type thing.
Yeah.
Bit, and charisma, I guess, in a way.
People like to watch certain people talk and do their thing. Yeah, for sure.
Right. But there are like a lot of, sometimes you hear some, like I like roast battle too.
Yeah.
And, you could tell when they really got something and when they're roasting someone and it's like really about them and it's like, wow, that's what I like.
Yeah, they actually did the research and they know that like their mom died.
Have you ever done roast?
Yeah, I've done roast battle. We have them in Chicago. I've done the Austin one.
Now you went to Austin?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I travel a lot. I go to Austin quite a bit. I go to New York. I did San Diego twice this month or last month in September. But yeah, like for roast battles, I've done here and I've done Austin.
Have you also done the Mothership?
No, I've never done the Mothership. Last time I went, I headline Creek and Cave, it's called.
Okay, yeah, I heard
which is a club across the street from Mothership. And I did like a bunch of those other rooms. I think I did Roscoe's. I don't think Roscoe's exists anymore. Velveeta Room, East Austin Comedy Club. I kind of hit them all. Mothership I haven't hit yet, though.
Yeah, because... I also like that one show, Kill Tony or whatever.
Oh, yeah, Kill Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I think, a chance show where you have to, like, put your name in a bucket or,
Yeah, I used to watch it, like, since back in the day.
Oh, you've been watching it for a while?
Yeah, and, like, I was like, this is a good show. I don't know why it doesn't, get more audience, and then within the years,
look at
after
now.
COVID, it just took off.
I mean, they sold out Madison Square Garden like a couple times.
Yeah, those shows were pretty good too.
Yeah, and look at Cam Patterson. He's on SNL right now.
Yeah, that's so crazy, right?
Dude blew up. I heard about him obviously from Kill Tony, and then I did these Don't Tell shows up in Milwaukee.
Oh.
And he was on them too. And we just started like chatting and stuff. I was like, oh, he's a really cool guy. And Daddy remembers, and that was the only time I ever met him. But it was just crazy to then see him, like, this is about a year ago.
Yeah.
It was last October. A year later, be like, oh shit, now he's on SNL.
That's dope though.
Yeah.
So you did some shows in Milwaukee, and also weren't you just somewhere else?
I was just in San Diego.
Oh, San Diego.
Yeah, they got a comedy store down there.
Oh, okay.
So I did the comedy store down in San Diego for
Have you done
a
the one in LA too, or?
Yeah, a long time ago. I haven't been back to LA for a bit. LA, I've done like the Don't Tells. I've done the Hollywood Improv. I did the store once, but I definitely got to go back and spend some more time at the store.
How was the one in San Diego?
Oh, it's like one of the best run clubs I've ever been to.
Yeah.
So professional. I mean, the crowds were great. The staff was awesome. I went out with the staff after, like the bartenders and the waiters and waitresses, and we went to some beach and got high and drank beer till like 3 a.m. Like, it was just like a fun hang, you know? And it was just really cool. I got to meet the Shore brothers, so the guys who own all the comedy stores. Or all two of them. He wasn't there. It's his. I don't think he's that involved in the business, but I met his like the old brother and maybe the middle brother. I think one of their name was like Paul or something. One was like looked like he was maybe 85 years old.
Yeah,
and the other one might have been in his 60s.
Well, Pauly Shore's almost there too.
No, he's like getting up there, but this guy was like definitely the oldest son. Yeah, he was pretty old. I got to meet them, hang out with them for a little bit. It was a cool experience.
Yeah, because their mom used to run the... Yep. Well, yeah, she ran...
Mitzi Shore. Yeah, Mitzi before Shore. She passed, and then it went to the kids.
Was that show, I don't know if you've seen it, Killing Me Up Here?
Yeah, I know.
I'm Dying Up Here.
Yeah, I did watch that.
Was that like based on...
It's based on the Comedy Store. It's based off of... So what had happened was... I forget his name, but Mitzi Shore's husband is the one who started the Comedy Store. They got divorced. It wasn't as big of a success as it was when she took it over. And I think she saw like division. She took it over from her ex-husband.
Yeah.
I might be missing some details here, but this is like the Cliff Notes version. Took it over from her ex-husband and just like started this model where she like, I think it was like she was just looking for an it factor. She would like want somebody on stage for 30 seconds and be like, no, it doesn't have it. Never allowed back in the club.
Damn.
Or like, and that might be an extreme example, or like see somebody bomb, but be like, I see something in there. Okay, you can work out here for a couple years and we'll see if you become something. And then she started fostering talent like all these people. Like, I don't know if she fostered Richard Pryor. I think Richard Pryor was probably big and good when she got there, but like Jim Carrey grew up there.
Well, they sort of show him too.
Jim Carrey?
Pryor.
Oh yeah, in
the show.
Yeah, he's like a young comic,
right?
And it's what's his name from Workaholics was in it too.
Oh yeah.
Eric
Griffin.
Eric Griffin, yeah. He plays like the older, like there's two black comics. Yeah. And one's Richard Pryor and one's like him and he's older and he's like all pissed off.
Right. He's all like, man, I can't believe motherfuckers are making it. But,
but I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think as long as you keep just grinding it out, right? Everyone has their own timing.
You know, that's something that Eric Griffin actually said once that I was at Zany's with him and he was like chopping it up.
Oh snap! You got to like
I opened for him.
Oh snap! Damn,
I feel like I'm name dropping a lot. I feel bad.
Hey,
Dude, my back's gonna hurt after this. We're picking up all these fucking names.
I'm gonna have to pick them up later.
But just because you said it, that's something he said. He said like, I feel like the only thing that allowed me to make it in this game was like I didn't give up. Like shit wasn't happening. It was happening. It wasn't happening. And I just watched people like quit and give up or like get other jobs and never come back. And he's like, I just never gave up. And eventually like I got something.
That's like the secret sauce.
It's gotta be, right?
Because
I hope
life fucking, it just tests you like crazy. I mean, me looking from the outside in into like your craft and stuff, I'm like, yo, this guy's doing it. You're doing it. You're there.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice to hear. I feel like everybody's got a different perception of it because when you're in it, you never, at least for me, I never stop to think of like, oh, I would have loved to have been here 10 years ago or even 2 years ago or 6 months ago. It's always like, okay, like how do I how do I do this next step? How do I do this? You know,
Right.
But that's nice to hear.
No, but yeah, because when you're trying to pursue something, if sometimes you want to see it faster, but if it doesn't happen, it's when that decision comes, right? Like some people just give up.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like divine timing, or the minute you feel like it's not happening, sometimes it happens for you when you like let go of control of it.
Right.
But yeah, you just can't give up. I've seen so many people give up that are so talented. I've also seen people get pretty successful who are not talented. So there's like
sometimes that's the weird thing too. Sometimes, which is crazy, but again, that person, even if they're not good, they're still there. They're still showing up.
That's exactly right. They still show up.
They still do what they have to do to, get to where and it's just the weirdness of reality just choosing some random person.
Totally. I don't know if I can prove this, but I think there's got to be some sort of correlation between how long... Sorry, I'm moving away from the mic. How long somebody works at something before they get successful and to how long they have a career. Like, I feel like people who like rise in a year or two and then like blow up will fall off pretty quickly. But people who I've seen like grind for 13, 14, 15 years, then get successful, seem to stick around.
Like Eric Griffin.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing his thing since back in the day.
Probably since he was 20
and
or
then
something.
Right. And next thing you know, you start seeing him on shows. Because I knew of him because of Kill Tony. Like I said, I used to watch it since back in the day.
Okay.
And then I also started when I saw him on Workaholics.
Workaholics is how I discovered him. Like, when did that come out? Like 2012 or something?
It's old, man. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, right? And eventually you start seeing them in like movies or like shows or anything. Just something that regards their field or whatever they're trying to accomplish. And in my opinion, he's one of those real comics,
Yeah, no, he's a real one for sure. And then you see like other people who just move up quickly and then they just don't I don't know why. I don't know if they fall off because people lose interest or they fall off because they don't know how to follow up with like a second act.
Right.
It's like, oh, I wrote these jokes. People help me with these jokes. Now I have all these jokes. Cool. I got a platform. I got kind of famous. And then everybody goes, okay, cool. Now what? And then they're like, well, shit.
And it's hard to deliver, right? Because in my opinion, is like, if you haven't mastered that craft, or if you don't really have love for it.
Yeah.
I think that's another factor. Having love for whatever it is you're doing as well.
Yeah, I would agree. You got to have love for whatever you do, because if you don't, it just is it's just a job then. And then like, well, if this is your job, why would you put yourself through all this torture and pain and bullshit? Like, just go fucking be a barista or some shit, or go be a mechanic. Right. Like you could do any other job and just make it a job. But like, this one's hard. Not that they aren't hard, but it's hard in the sense that like, well, I mean, being a mechanic's pretty hard. I wouldn't know how to do that. You got to learn a lot. But I guess what I mean, it's hard in the sense that there is no path and there's no growth path. It's not like, I go to school for a couple years and I do this.
Right.
Then I'll get a job. It's like, you just got to fucking figure it out.
There's no manual to being a comic or a musician or
an actor or any of these things. It's just like, you got to really love the craft or love entertaining.
Yeah, and
some part of it,
and love the fact that you're gonna fail in it.
Yeah, oh, that's a really good point. Like, so let me ask you. I don't even know. Like, what do you do?
I do music.
You do music?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I asked if you play guitar. You said no, but you do music.
Yeah, I do different types of music.
Okay.
Lately, I've been working with like different people, but even with a band.
Oh, sick.
For this new album and things like that.
Are you like a producer? Are you like a recording engineer?
No, I write songs.
Oh, shit.
I do have, a recording studio, like I was telling you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just for me to practice and get my stuff in. But some of the people that I've met lately, they do engineer themselves. So, that's what I'm starting to work with now. And
so they'll come in, do like the sound engineering and shit.
Yeah, and we just record and collaborate.
That's cool.
You do music too, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
because I saw that clip of with that girl singing too.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was at the Comedy Store. So I bring my guitar for my shows, and I just kind of fuck around and like I do like a fake song in French and like shit like that, and just like kind of joke with it.
Right.
And I always ask, I was like, can anybody here sing? Nobody said anything. And then after like the second show, this waitress comes up to me, Lauren, Bamboo, shout out Lauren Bamboo.
Hey, shout out.
BAMBUU, trying to get people to like follow her and shit because I want to get her to Chicago to do some like bigger shows.
Oh.
But she goes, I could sing if you ever want to jam sometime. And I was kind of like, okay, yeah, like if you want to come on stage and do it. She's like, well, we should learn a song. And I was like, oh, like, what do you know? She's like, here's my Instagram. Just listen to any song. And I just picked one at random and she started singing. And I was just like, oh, you could fucking sing. And then I was like, yeah, come on stage. We did Etta James, I'd Rather Go Blind. And she fucking just crushed. And I was like, man, this is cool. So I'm trying to get her out here. I think it'd be fun to do like a run of shows where when I hit the music portion, instead of me just kind of like, I could play guitar, but I don't really sing or do any of that shit. It'd be fun to like have her like fill in the back end of that and do like a really cool, beautiful song version of it instead of just like a joke.
Right. I mean, that just adds, it adds to the show.
Yeah, it provides an entertainment value for sure. And she's just good. And I love music, so I would love to like do more music in my act and put somebody else on.
What type of music do you usually make?
So I just kind of play guitar. I haven't really made music in a long time, but I just kind of play guitar and I try and learn a little bit of everything. I used to study like a lot of jazz and scales and like jazz chords. Now I'm really more into like...
I love jazz.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to get really nerdy about it.
B.B. King. All that stuff.
That's like more blues, I think.
Well, yeah, like bluesy jazz.
I was going to say, I've been really getting more into blues now.
Yeah.
Because the jazz kind of, I don't know, sort of hurt my head with all the fucking things you have to know. And like, this is a ninth substitution of the fifth chord. And you're like, just, it feels like math.
Yeah.
And like, I learned it to a point and I was just like, it's like looking at, I don't know, Stephen Hawking or like Albert Einstein and being like, okay, I can study physics, but like, I don't know how to do that.
Right.
Nor do I want to figure out how to take the time to do that if it's even possible for me.
Yeah.
So I kind of took the knowledge I have and moved it over to like blues and like rock. And I love world music. So I just kind of focus on things that have more feel, less thinking.
Yeah. I mean, I think to play jazz, you got to be high.
Yeah, for sure.
Smoke a nice little J and then
that's fun.
Scat, and then bam, bam, because it's all about improvising.
Yeah, the improvising part of jazz I like a lot. The part I have trouble with is just like, I don't know. It's hard for me to like stay in the pocket and like listen so well when you have like just a really good piano player. Like, sometimes they'll just start hitting like some versions of chords. And I'm like, okay, I could kind of follow, but like it's a lot of thinking. Yeah, if there's like a chord sheet and I can read it on my own, I'm cool. Right. But like when it comes to jamming with jazz, like, I don't know, some of these cats are so good, man.
Yeah. Again, there's some people that are able to just detach themselves because they've been doing that for so long.
Totally.
That they're not even thinking about it. They're just like going like this and they're like, oh, now it changed. And they're not thinking about the change in this. They're just thinking about the pattern and rhythm that's going on. And because 100%. I do a lot of freestyling. Yeah, and it's sort of like, that's like the version of improvising with instruments.
Yeah,
improvising with the words and improvising with the rhythm that you feel at that specific moment in time.
Yeah, I would say that's probably similar. I don't know how to freestyle, but like just thinking about words and the rhythms really fast. I feel like that's probably very similar.
I mean, but cadence is important too, right? Mm-hmm. Especially for comedy.
Yeah, timing and cadence, yeah. It's funny, like I remember studying comedy when I was younger, or like just watching a lot of comics I liked.
Who were the ones you liked?
Oh, so I grew up in like the Comedy Central era. I think I'm a little bit older than you. I grew up in like all the Comedy Central specials being on TV all the time. So like in like middle school and high school, it would just be like Jim Gaffigan on all the time.
Okay.
Gabriel Iglesias, Anthony Jeselnik, the early Chappelle ones where he was real fucking skinny.
The first ones?
Yeah,
Killing
like the
Me Softly?
half-baked era.
Oh.
No, like way before. Oh, Killing Me Softly. Yeah. Like back in like, I don't know.
That one
post Chappelle show.
When the baby.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Yeah. You're on 3rd Street.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of shit. So I grew up on that, and I would notice. I've always loved like Colin Quinn, and Dave Attell's probably my favorite comic.
Oh, Dave Attell was one of the ones I forgot to mention.
Yeah, Dave Attell.
He's like the GOAT.
He like. I see him so much in New York, not like personally, but like I'll like seek out his shows to go to them.
Right.
And he's just like the epitome of the perfect club comic. And he's just the nicest, coolest guy. You can go up to him after a show. He's always smoking a cigarette, drinking some sort of gay-ass iced coffee. But he's so cool.
He came out in I think was Crashing. I don't know if you ever seen that show.
Oh, yeah, with Pete Holmes.
Yeah. But that's how he is.
Yeah, that's exactly how he is.
Well, I mean, I don't know him, obviously, but he's one of the GOATs.
Yeah, he is. And the one thing I notice about all these guys, maybe Attell hides it a little better, but like there's cadence and there's timing, right? Like it's almost like music, right? You don't just go like blah, 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 deliver the joke, it's blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Make them wait a little bit, hit the joke on like on a half beat, or like it's like boxing. If you just like hit them on the ones and twos, like you could kind of feel the rhythm. You got to like come in with a little syncopation, I would think. And like the cadence too. Like I've watched and noticed myself do this too, especially at like longer shows or shows where I'm kind of zoning out. Mm-hmm. You'll just kind of be sitting in the back of the room with the audience and watching some guy go on or girl, and like you'll hear the cadence, like and like it almost trains you when they go you go, oh, the joke's coming. They go and then everybody goes ha 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 ha.
Right.
It's like I don't even know if half these people are listening to the material.
Now it's conditioned.
Yeah, as much as now they've been trained to laugh. So I think there's got to be some sort of psychological thing there.
Right. I mean, going with the cadence and stuff like that it is sort of like using the boxing metaphor. Dave Attell could switch stance.
Like he could fight southpaw, Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
And he just switches because when he does crowd work, he's so quick.
Yeah.
So quick that he'll like throw the punchline here, and he's already looking at somebody else. And what about you? Looking at whatever, and then he's just that. 100%.
That's why I said at the end, like I was like, maybe David Attell hides it a little bit better because he just goes on a rant. I think last time I saw him, he just like went into like 11 people in the front row and just calls them out. You look like you own a brewery, and he's like, what's your fucking microbrew? And then just went on to every single guy in there. Like, oh, if you're here, who's bombing the Twin Towers? Just like went crazy on him. And then made fun of this last guy, started talking about carrots. He's like, you ever put a carrot in your ear? And then he just did like 11 minutes on putting a carrot in your ear.
Oh, shit.
And I couldn't tell you what the fuck he was talking about. First the carrot was in his ear, then it was in his ass, and I was just like, I don't remember any of it. I just remember it being fucking hilarious.
Like at some point, you do sort of hypnotize everyone.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's the same when you have some dope lyrics or you're flowing well, and then you start sending that, and then they start, and it's sort of like you're conditioning, like you were saying.
Yeah.
With your own cadence, with the flow of how you're doing, and especially if they're receiving it and laughing back, I'm pretty sure. Because when I've seen shows live, like of comedians doing their thing, I could tell when the people laugh, the comedian right away, like they sort of use that
the energy, like the feedback from it,
like a wave or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely. I mean, I think that's any live show where like. If you trade energy, because if the audience isn't giving you any energy, you're really just kind of going off nothing. Like even if you're up there singing, whatever, it's just it sucks. It's always better when like.
What do you do in those situations?
Luckily that hasn't happened in a while, but you fake it. You fucking fake it.
Yeah.
Those were some early shows. Like a lot of clubs will know if you're like a year or two in that you're like not gonna have any fucking material, but they'll watch you to see if you can handle yourself and not like panic and like when nobody laughs and like
right.
Can he stand up there for 15 minutes and get through his jokes? Right. Were there any funny ones in there? Did he seem confident? You know, a lot of that. There's a lot of that shit.
Yeah, because it's crazy to be able to deal with. Sometimes you forget something. Mm-hmm. And I've been on stage and I've forgotten something. Mm-hmm. But if they don't know, they don't know that you forgot it.
That's true.
But if you give yourself a pause, look up, or give you that little, then you lost them.
Let out. Oh shit! Oh, fuck. my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, like nobody knows what you're trying to play or say or do.
Right.
It's like I remember I watched a lot of comics coming up who were kind of bad until they started failing and embracing failing, which was fun. People would just be like, okay, we're taking the whole fucking ship down together. And then it got funny and then they got an act. But like they're like raw material, which is kind of like, okay, whatever. And then somebody would like say something and they go, oh, what? And then like they take the whole, they'd be like, if you're going to bring me down, we're all fucking going down. And then I saw a lot of people develop like that too, which is cool.
And what year would you say you had like a complete act?
A complete act?
Yeah.
It's tough because I have a complete act now, but like a month after I do it, I'm always like, okay, this could be better. This could be better. I should get rid of the old stuff and put in new stuff. So I feel like I never have a complete act because I feel like if I'm always trying to make it better. But I think the first time I had a complete act that I was comfortable to go around and like tell people I did was probably like 2022-ish. So not even that long ago, 3 years ago. And by complete act, I mean like an hour. Like I could go to a club, headline for an hour, and I wouldn't feel like I was a fraud or these people like wasted their money to come see it.
Right. Because an hour has to be super hard.
Yeah, like that's what I consider an act because that's what that's what a club will expect from you when you're headlining. Anywhere from like 50 minutes to an hour 10.
That has to be a crazy grind.
Yeah, it took me probably 7-8 years to get there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because you'll write like a 5-minute bit and it'll crush and you can take it all around Chicago and do your like little 5-10 minute spots. And that's great. But now how do you translate that into income and like exposure and like people buying tickets for you? You can't really do these showcase shows forever.
With 5 minutes.
With 5-10 minutes, even 15 minutes. So now you got to figure out, okay, how do I get an hour out of this? Do we got to do, that's my mic coming on? Okay.
No, yeah, but creating a whole hour seems hard. Just talk, if someone's giving a speech and they're talking for 2 minutes, for them to hold the attention of someone.
Yeah.
Holding the attention has to be something that it has to be a skill.
Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure. I feel like the holding the attention part was easier for me. It was the getting them to laugh consistently throughout. Okay, like I feel like you could. I'm just speaking from my own experience, right? Like I feel like getting somebody's attention and holding it. I never felt like when I was performing, people would be like, okay, whatever, I'm going to start talking. Let's get a beer later. You know, like, what are we doing after this?
Yeah.
I felt like I just wanted to jam more laughs. Sorry, I keep shaking the table. Sorry. Jam more laughs into the amount of time I had. And that was like my big insecurity. Yeah. So like when I first started doing an hour, I'd be like, okay, my first 15, 20 minutes crushed because that's what I've been doing forever. My 15, 20 minutes all around town, taking it on the road. And then like, there'd be like 15, 20 minutes in the middle where I'd just be stretching, trying to find shit that worked in there. Maybe it didn't. And then I'd start making fun of people. And then I'd be like, okay, now I'm just fucking making fun of people. You know, like sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. And then the last 15, 20 minutes would be generally pretty good because you save your good shit for the end, like your closers and stuff.
Right.
So like I just felt like, how do I fill this 20-minute void in the middle where it's just a lull? Because I don't know what the fuck to do. And I always felt like people were paying attention in the sense that they were like, okay, like I'm telling an interesting story it's a true story, whatever. But like, I got like a one joke at the end of this 7-minute story, and like, it didn't get the payoff I wanted. I felt like that was more the challenge.
Is it hard to come up with like a finisher?
Yeah. I mean, typically your closer is your best joke.
Right.
And then you could play games and stuff. Like when you get tired of your closer, you want to like replace it or like try something else out and see if it could really stand on its own. You put your best joke first, your closer, and then close on something new and just like put your balls out there
Just
and go,
see how
I
it
hope I figure out how to make this funny.
Just put the balls out, see what's up.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to do that. I watched the Louis C.K. interview where he said that. He's like, yeah, I mean, just like do your best joke first and close on something weak and like hope your instincts and experience to this point will let you figure out how to make it funny as you're telling it.
That's another one we also forgot to touch on.
Oh, Louis?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
Louis
guy
the GOAT.
is a fucking he's another Dave Attell GOAT status.
100%. Yeah. I mean, he was the biggest comic in the world in like 2017 before...
all that bullshit.
You know. But it doesn't negate how fucking funny he was and how smart he was. And
he's still...
he's coming back now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's crazy. I mean, but again, going with keeping the attention like and having a closer... when like with the writing of songs, sometimes coming up with that, how am I going to finish this song?
Sure.
And the best thing that I've learned throughout the years is, all right, if I can't do it right now, I'm just going to put it down.
Yeah. Don't force it.
Yeah. Right. That's the main point.
Yeah. Don't force it. Sometimes it'll just come to you, I guess. Yeah, I would agree with that. And then like I'll try like random shit. Like I've just learned different things to try. Like sometimes I'll just go on stage with no plan and see what comes out.
Whoa.
And
that
like,
gotta be dope.
It's fun. I do it in rooms I'm more comfortable in. I don't do it in rooms like where people like have paid a lot of money to come see the show.
Right.
But like I'll put like, so all my shows are on voice memos. So like this is just all of them for God knows how long.
Whoa.
They just keep going and going and going.
Whoa.
But I'll listen to them like if I'm on a plane or like in a long car ride, and I'll listen to a lot of the riffing. Sometimes I'll smoke a joint and go on stage, see what happens, or like, you know, like just random shit. And then you'll find in there like little things that I could take and like add into it.
Yeah.
And like maybe something I said 5 years ago will work today. So that's why I love having
There'll
a bank
be like
of
some
shit.
genius in there.
Yeah, or just I found a connection that works or something, and it's like...
Yeah, because I've done that too. Record and then I'll, like you said, on a long ride.
Yep.
Listen to it back. Oh, I like that line. I could use it.
Totally.
I could really use this line, and then I just put a little twist to how I am now and make it more.
Yeah, like you said, like you could just put it down for a while, and then like 6 months later, hear something and be like, okay, that's the last puzzle piece I needed.
Which is crazy, right? Where do ideas come from?
I don't know.
That's so crazy because you could.
Do you think the ideas are yours, or do you think you're pulling them out of the ether?
I think it's the ether.
You think so?
I think it's a tuning thing. It's sort of like
you're on the same wavelength or frequency as the idea, and those are the ideas that come towards you.
Yeah, because there's a connection between the body, the mind, and the spirit. And when you are sort of connected on all three, I think that's when you tap into that realm.
That's where the good ideas come from?
And I think that's when they come in. Because when I'm the most relaxed, I'm not thinking about nothing. I'm not forcing anything. I don't know where this one thought will... I'm like, oh, I need to go write this right now. Or I'll record it on my voice memo or something.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I find my best ideas come to me when like I'm not looking for them, and then the rest of my life is in balance. Like I feel healthy. I feel good. I feel like I'm working a lot. I feel like I'm not doing a lot of procrastination. Maybe I'm like doing some meditation or something.
Yes.
And like I'm not like I'm not drinking all the time, you know. And like I feel like that's when I work best. I also find I get a lot of my best ideas when like I'm at a maximum point of stress.
That as well, yeah. That happens too.
Yeah. I know, and I think there's like a balance between the two because they're different kinds of ideas. Some are like chaotic. Some are just like, like I don't know. Like when I went through a divorce a couple of years ago, and I was just like doing more shows than I knew what to do with, and it was good because I was kind of a distraction, but I also just was like, the minute I got off stage, like the craziness of life and like finances and dealing with like a hurt person and like people, like it was just like an insane amount of stress and pressure. But when I would get on stage, I felt like I was performing at such a high level because I don't know why, but I just noticed like when I was going through that insane stress and other times in my life too, when I have like, I feel like I perform at a higher level.
Yeah. Well, that's that detachment that we were sort of talking about earlier, right?
Could be.
Because you've done your craft for so long that now has become a way to cope. Because I've done that myself, going through, especially with breakups or stuff like that. You do your best to just not think about that.
Yeah.
Right? And then reality always seeps back soon as you let whatever you're doing, like you said, you step off stage and now you're still dealing with life and things and all that stuff. And how would those times play out in your comedy?
I just felt like I feel like I did some of my best like work in terms of like improvising, crowd work, like just seeing something, calling it out, and then being able to go on like a 10-minute riff about it and having that crush. And there was, I think that whole voice in my head was removed. Like, are you really going to do this? Like, just stick to the material. You wrote material. Like, you don't need to like be a crowd work guy. And like that whole inner voice or that whole like negative thought track was just removed because I just didn't have space for it because there was enough negativity happening over here. It was like, let's just get through this fucking show. Fuck this guy and your stupid fucking flannel shirt. Like, is this your fucking girlfriend? You date him? You date him? Like, it just shit like that. And it just would go a little smoother.
Yeah.
Do you ever do this one? Like, especially after a breakup where you're like, this fucking sucks so much. I need to get a good fucking song out of this. Or like a good joke. You're like, well, damn, like, I'm definitely vibing with my emotions right now. Let's fucking figure out how to make this a number one hit. I've one of my best songs that I have right now that has the most plays is because of a breakup. Yeah, right. You want, and then it becomes like a tangible thing for you now. Like it's like I put all this into something. Yeah, because right now when you were talking about that, it literally is what I was trying to explain. Yeah, that detachment is. You become something else. These ideas just, you tap into whatever that realm is at that moment in time. Mm-hmm. And you're not really there, but you are there, right? Obviously you're there, but you're not really there. Yeah. Because you don't know what you're going to say. Right. Especially if you're improvising. Oh, so yeah, that's like a flow state almost. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I would agree. There's definitely that. It's interesting what brings it on, because earlier you were like, oh, like mind, body, spirit. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, yes, but also it could be like intense pressure, intense chaos too, where it's like, it's not necessarily a positive influence, but I guess that is a way to make it positive. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, well, it also depends on the person. Yeah. Because that pressure could either make you bend or make you get compressed and then you eventually expand out of it. Yeah, like the diamond analogy. Right. Yeah. Right. I mean, definitely pressure makes things better for sure. And refinement does as well. It's like, so I mean, are you a spiritual person then? I just believe, because I'm big into like quantum physics. Okay. I'm big into energy and things like that. Well, that's what I would call spiritual. I wasn't asking if you like go to church or temple. Yeah. Well, I mean, I believe there is a God. Yeah. But I also believe, because have you ever done mushrooms? Yeah. Yeah. So you know that realm.
right?
Yeah.
That realm. And then we also have access to that realm in the dream world.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that there is that realm that we could tap into, that means that there's more to this. So I believe that in energy, I don't know if it's spiritual. I believe in energy frequencies.
Yeah. I would call that spiritual.
Yeah, I guess in a way, yeah, I think so too. Because even with our speech, our speech is just little sound waves with a frequency going through, and they happen to have a certain amount of words or letters that create whatever sentence I'm trying to make.
Yeah, very true. I think I believe in the same thing. And I was just asking because you're asking a lot of questions along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just kind of curious. You definitely like are into like frequencies and like vibes and energy and like the transfer of energy and all that shit.
Right, because like how you were saying when you're on stage, if the crowd is not giving you some energy, it's like awkward now.
But then it becomes your job as you get better to be able to pull that energy out of nothing.
Right.
So it's like, okay, so now I have a void of energy over here and I got all this energy. How do I like from a energetic perspective give them some of it to give back to me?
Right. How do I get them? Like it's almost. How do I get this chemical reaction to happen?
Yeah. How do I make these people love me,
motherfuckers?
But yeah, that's like going to a great concert when you like, especially if you don't know the band, and all of a sudden, like you're just like, okay, what is this? And then like
you
2 minutes later, you're
like
just like, fuck yes,
another one, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that.
That's got to be the best feeling.
I got taken to a concert. I'm not gonna say who the artist was, but I wouldn't have been there if it wasn't because of this person.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? This is all like girly stuff and this and that. And this band came on. I'm like, oh man, these motherfuckers, they look, and then they went off.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I was up too. Damn, I'm over there enjoying it and shit. And they're like, that's just that energy, that transfer.
Yeah. And then I think to your point, like I've been trying to like be better so that I have more access to my energy, because like I think energy is also like currency. And I give it out a lot because I talk a lot on stage, and I, like I've been trying to build up more energy and like hold on to it throughout the day so that I could like have that like go out. Like if you bust a nut 7 times and then your girl comes over, there's not much left, And you're like, yeah, I guess we could fuck. But like it's kind of like that. If you just give out all your energy all day long, by the time you get to that thing you really need to do, or that thing that moves you from A to B, or just your job,
right?
You just kind of phone it in, and then nobody gets anything out of that.
That's also the mastering and professionalism of someone. Yeah.
Becoming a better, like, when you say mastery of like professionalism, what do you mean?
Well, in the analogy of the stage, when you're on stage and the crowd is not giving you that.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you already did a bunch of crazy shows, now you're like at the end of the week, and now you're at this one show and the crowd is not giving you anything. Now you're like, do I phone it in or do I?
Yeah, I think so a little bit. I actually don't. I mean it in a different way. Like I don't think comedy drains me. I think comedy's always good.
Oh, okay.
I mean like other things throughout my day,
like
life, or like what I give my attention to. My phone for sure. Trying to stay off my phone.
Yeah.
Not like go into a fucking doom scrolling TikTok rabbit hole looking up all this dumb shit, because it's just these really quick impulses of information, and sometimes it's interesting, right? Like I like quantum physics too. I like to learn about that. Sometimes I watch like the STEM channel on TikTok and like understand like all the like quantum entanglement and all these cool things that I find interesting.
Right.
But I'll find, I feel like I'm learning, but after I put the phone down, there were so many like little dopamine hits that happened that kept me wanting the next one.
Yeah.
That I really can't remember what I listened to or watched.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like I don't know, ran a fucking marathon in my brain.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's good. What else? Like not going to the gym isn't good. Definitely.
You also play sports before, or?
Not in a long time. I just kind of go to the gym now. But like shit like that, like trying to keep yourself and your energy level up.
Well, using thought takes a lot of energy from the body.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking, stressing, anxiety, all that.
Yeah, negative thought takes a lot of energy. Positive thought could give it back to you, though.
Right, it could re-energize. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Those type of situations, they just drain you.
Yeah.
They just drain. Even if you're not doing anything physical, it's just.
Totally, and it's about cutting people off too, and like being like, I mean, there's certain people you got to be there for, but it's also like, I don't need to know these problems right now. Like, these aren't my problems. You're bringing a lot of negative energy my way, like, and you don't want to. And it's a balance. You don't want to be the person like when your sister comes to you and goes, "I need help," and you're like, "That's pretty negative." I'm sure you'll find an apartment somewhere, but like, you gotta like, you gotta realize what's real, what's not, what's your problem, what's not, and kind of divide and conquer, and then also just saying no to a bunch of shit. Do you know who Napoleon Hill is?
Yeah.
I started reading a lot of Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
And listening to some of his
Did he write
speeches?
As a Man Thinketh?
I don't know. I've only read Outsmarting the Devil. He may have, but what it's about, it's just about. It's I think it's kind of about seeing yourself in the place you want to be before you get there. So like it's kind of like manifestation, but like less gay. Like there's like a process. It's not like, and I want a car and I want to see a rainbow today.
Right.
And like I'm just gonna
let me write this on my board.
Yeah, it's like that, but like with a plan. It's like, okay, like I don't know. Get like what is your ultimate goal?
Me perform on big stages and just get my music out there.
Okay, so I think what he would say is that sounds like a great starter goal, but like, okay, once your music's out there and you perform on big stages, like, what's your goal? Do you want to be a number one artist for like 20 years? Do you want to work with certain people and like be in a certain circle and like have to say in the music? Like, what's the goal?
I would say I want my music to be immortal.
Great goal. Okay. So I think what he would say is like, or this is my understanding from it. Think today, right now, and from this moment forward, that is the case. And think and act like the person whose music is immortal and will be immortal. And allow no negative thought or reasoning to come in that obstructs it, right? Ooh. So like you might think, okay, that's my goal and that's great, but I haven't broken 100,000 streams. I don't have a record deal. Also, I need money. I got to pay for this. I don't know. Do you have kids?
Yeah.
Okay, I got kids. I got to make sure they're housed and fed and clothed and shit. Like he would say, okay, like take all that away.
Right.
And just the thought is, that's the goal. And I'm only accepting thoughts that help further my goal. And that's not to say you're going to let your kids starve to achieve your goal. Of course, you're going to do that. But like, you will get there via your goal. I mean, and by thinking that way, you will attract situations and people and like things that will help that goal persist and pursue.
And that's like with energy, right? You're creating that energy by doing that. By doing so, you're putting that frequency out. Yeah. And that's what allows those people into your life.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I'd say it is just energy.
Because I always say to people, it's like, you can't, sure, you could like wish it, but wishing doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like manifestation. I feel like manifestation is like wishing.
Yeah, right. There has to be action. Nothing happens without action.
Yeah. The other piece he said too, which I think I left out, is like act on those intrusive thoughts. Like, and he's got like a whole detailed personal experience. So his story was some billionaire, Carnegie, back in like the 1890s, were one of the richest guys ever, right?
Right.
He went to him and he said, I'm going to talk to all these rich people and figure out what makes you guys successful and study this and share it out so I can make some money as I'm trying to get myself through school so I can be a successful rich person.
Right.
And Andrew Carnegie was like, that's a good goal, but what would be better if you're willing to deal with the stress and the consequences of it, but doing something worthwhile is don't just talk to the people who succeed, talk to the people who failed and spend time in this. And at a point, at like 20 years after doing this, you will have a breakthrough, you will have a manuscript, and you will have something that's meaningful and helpful to the world. And so he did this for 20 years, and he had this big breakthrough where he had the manuscript and he didn't know how to get it out there. And he just had like these thoughts. He was like, he set himself up on the, hey, one of the pieces was, the difference between a successful person and a failure is a successful person will think themselves out of failing. They'll fail many times, but they'll think themselves out of success. Into success. And one of the ways that happens is either like following just like your thought process along the lines of like being that person, like we were talking about, you're already that person who thinks that.
Right.
And the other part is like in a moment of extreme stress, you can think yourself out of a problem towards your solution.
Right.
So what happened to this guy is he was going to publish this manuscript with this guy in Boston. I don't know who really gives a fuck where it was, but the guy was trying to do something. The mob at the time murdered him.
Oh.
And they found out that he was going to publish a manuscript, and they thought that Napoleon Hill had more to do with this guy than just like recent business partners.
Holy shit.
So they're like, you got to get out of Boston in an hour or we're going to kill you. You got an hour pass to get the fuck out of here. And if you ever come back, we're going to kill you. If you stay an hour and 1 minute, we'll kill you. Yeah. So he got the fuck out of there. He went to go stay with family in West Virginia. He's like, okay, now I'm stuck here. What am I going to do? And under all this pressure, he like had these thoughts like, okay, you got to go to Philadelphia. You figure it out in Philadelphia. Okay, he went to Philadelphia. It does sound a little manic when you listen to it. and maybe it is. I don't know. He went to Philadelphia, right? And he's like, okay, get a room at a hotel. He had like $500 left. He went in Philadelphia, got a room. And like this voice told him like in his head, he's like, no, don't get a room. Get like 4 rooms. Get a floor. Didn't know why I got the floor. And then it was like, okay, write down a list of like a potential 100 people you could sell your manuscript to and get this thing published. He did, went through all that, did all this. Then the next day, he's kind of falling asleep, napping because he worked all night. And he kind of wakes up and he goes, I know exactly who I'm going to call. Calls this guy, invites him over. His room's a fucking mess or something. So he takes him to one of the other hotel rooms, comes over. Guy says, okay, I was interested enough to look at your manuscript. I guess he had left the manuscript open to a page where the guy looked at it and like kind of fixated on a line. I don't know if he knows what it is or not, or if it matters, but the guy like looked back up and he goes, I'll publish your manuscript.
Oh, shit.
And that day they drew up a contract. He finally got his money, became successful, published this thing, and that started the whole thing. But the point of that long-winded fucking story, sorry for talking so long, is through stress or through thinking your way out of a problem and following your intuition, you can get yourself to where you want to go.
Right.
But you're going to fail a lot and you just got to think your way to the next success.
And that's like so important. That main point of what you said, the difference between someone that fails and someone that succeeds is being able to think yourself out of that failure.
Yeah, that was the part that hit me. And like I read this like last week. That's why it's so fresh in my head.
Yeah.
But the part that really stuck with me was like, think about who you want to be, what you want to do, write it down, say it every day. Like, I want to be the biggest comedian in the country, and I want to make films, and I want to perform on the biggest stages, and I want to help other comics and actors and people come up.
Right.
And like, that's just how I think now.
Yeah.
And I figured out how to get to XYZ. And if there's a roadblock, it's like, okay, well, do I really need to do this thing? Yes, no, okay. If I do, how else can I do it?
Right.
And it's pretty simple. It's like, okay, there was a block. Are we going to quit? We're going to go over here.
But then is that the failure when it comes is how you deal with it. Let me press this button real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's how you deal with it. I know you sort of have a hard out.
I could say for like another 5, 10. Yeah, but I gotta probably go soonish.
So I usually ask my guests to showcase something.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do a song. Maybe I could connect the guitar, or if you want to tell a joke.
Could I do 2 things?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll definitely play some guitar if you can connect it. And in addition to that, I have. When does this come out?
Hopefully Friday. If I can't, it'll be Monday.
Okay, I have a special coming out. I'm gonna release my first comedy special. Ooh. Filmed it at the Comedy Store. It's been 10 years in the making, really. And I'd love for people to like and subscribe to that. So maybe I could I could send you a clip from it.
Oh yeah.
And we could like put it over here wherever it lives on the screen.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. And then like for like a live thing, I definitely play some guitar.
All right, cool. We'll do that real quick.
Cool. I think I got it.
So y'all, we're back. Taking a little break. Finally killed this little mosquito that was bothering us. So this is the point of the show where I ask my guests to showcase something, and my boy Braz, he's gonna do something on the guitar. And
Good to go?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if this is going to go. He made me smoke crack when we took a break. I've never done that before.
You're going to have to edit that out.
I feel like I'm pretty impressionable right now. Allegedly. I don't want to get in trouble either. Missing the string, huh? This is one of my bits, but do you know what this song is? This is one of my favorite songs to play. You're gonna figure it out real fast, but I'm gonna sing it for you. Soy el fuego que llame mujer, el Mustafa de Ratatouille, el Castillo. So the whole I don't speak any fucking Spanish, but I'm sure you figured it out. But the whole joke is about like if you could speak Spanish to white people, you just throw in a couple keywords in there, like a few yo soys, maybe a mama, papa here and there, sprinkle of Guadalupe. They're just like, what?
Like, oh shit, yeah, that's it.
El Castillo de Rume de Soy, el Mustafa de Rata de Papa, el Elayo de Mestifo yo, me gusta de Guadalupe, errante de fa Diablo.
Oh, Diablo.
Now you speak Spanish. And now I speak Spanish.
As soon as you said Diablo, I believed it.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's been cool.
Thank you for just being here, giving us a little thing. We're also gonna play a clip. He's gonna send me a clip, and we're probably gonna play it right now.
I kind of chilled out. I just drink. I smoke a little bit of weed every now and then, but I don't really smoke anymore because when I was younger, I got arrested by the Secret Service for getting too high. I did. I was 18. I had just gotten to college. I was in Minneapolis, Minnesota, right? And the RNC was happening like 3 blocks away from where I was going to school. And my dad calls me. He goes, I heard the RNC's happening. Don't leave your house, and if you have to, don't take anything from anybody. And I was like, stupid advice. I hung up the phone. I went outside. This guy hands me a poster. He's like, yeah, you want it? And I was like, fuck yeah, I don't have anything in my walls. I open it up, it says George Bush is a murderer. I was like, whatever, I'll put it on the wall. Some guy hands me a DVD, it says Freedom to Fascism. I was like, is Gerard Butler in this? He's like, yeah. Put it in my pocket, right? So I'm walking around town, I go back to the dorm room, I get high as fuck, as you do when you're 18, right? And some fucker throws an M80 out the window, right? Out the window during the RNC. So what happens? Secret Service just swarms the area, obviously. And we all go down to investigate. And I don't know if you've ever been high around police when you're young and you're trying not to act high. I'm standing there doing one of these. And they immediately look at me, they're like, of course you, yes you. Fucking in the van. They zip tie me, they throw me in the van, they leave me alone for a while, and these cops come in, and they're mean. They're mean fuckers. They come in, they start yelling at me. They're like, who are you working for? Where's the bomb? And I was just like, I don't know. And then finally they leave, and this nice guy comes in. He's like, hey, are they treating you okay? Everything going all right? And I was like, yeah. And then he leaves, and the mean guys come back in. I go, oh, I know what this is. This is good cop, bad cop. I heard of this. So finally I was like, I just got to wait it out for the good cop to come back. Finally the good cop comes back, and he goes, look, man, it doesn't seem like you did anything. I was like, I didn't. He's like, yeah, I could tell. Let me just search your pockets, make sure you don't have anything on you. Out comes Freedom to Fascism. Out comes George Bush is a murderer. And he's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, buddy, it doesn't look good for you. And I was like, I don't know what to say, man. I'm still sitting there pretty high. I'm doing one of these. I was like, I don't know what to say, man. My dad told me not to take anything. I took everything. And I'll never forget this. He looks at me and he goes, oh, shit. And he opens the van door and he goes, hey, Tony, he's retarded.
And we're back.
And that was the clip that we just played.
Yeah.
I don't know which one yet.
That was crazy, man.
I haven't sent it yet.
You did that flip. How did you do that flip?
Yeah. It's not even the flip that's so cool. It's when I levitated off the ground for like 7 seconds.
I noticed that, but I didn't want to say too much about it.
Yeah, you don't want to call that kind of shit out.
Well, I don't want to give them the
freak them out.
Yeah, that and spoiler,
Oh yeah, that was a spoiler for sure.
By the way, there's a part where he levitates. So,
yeah. I also dunk a basketball.
Yeah.
The first Jew to dunk a basketball in 42 years since they raised the hoops to 10 feet. I dunked a basketball.
Again, thank you so much. Before every show, I do a freestyle. If you want to play something,
can I play guitar for your freestyle?
Yeah, play.
What kind of rhythm you want? What kind of beat? Speed or anything, or you don't care?
Do whatever you feel the most is best. Oh, okay. We could even do some reggae, anything, whatever you want.
I'm gonna mix it up. For
All
you.
Right, cool. Let's do
you
it.
Ready?
Yeah. I believe. I believe that we're all made of the same thing. I really wanna see this thing come together, and that's how it is. That's how it is. I believe we all made to be confused. We all made to be used. But this is how it gotta be. It gotta be, hey. It's so crazy. Before you know it, you're at Zanies. Before you know it, you're at the Laugh Factory. Are they really laughing at me? Am I the joke? Am I the thing? Am I the one, the human being? Am I supreme? Do I have to be in my dreams? I believe in energy. I believe I am what I see. I believe the joke is not on me, because I'm the one that made this. I'm here. I'm here. Órale, porque el diablo vino. Segundo vino. Tercera cerveza. No le hagas fuerza. Mira, no te estresas en estas cosas.
Hello, everyone. My name is. You probably already guessed it, you racist motherfucker. And if you guessed it right, I hate you. Yeah. Why is it that I gotta chase my dreams and still fucking try to stay here? Grounded to the fucking fact that I still gotta pay the fucking tax. That fucking shit went up and the fucking food also went up. And I don't know what I wanna interrupt. My art is fucking failing as such, but nah, here I am fucking striving. I'm still here, man, I'm alive. And this thing that I'm making, I'm just fucking taking my mind and I'm searching for something deeper, deeper and deeper. This is the sequence, this is the freestyle that me and Brad gave y'all. Thank God, save y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, Brad,
Thanks for having me, dude.
being here, bro.
Bullshit.
I really appreciate it. That's the end of the show. Do you have any last words?
Do I have any last words? No, I
Yeah.
have some more words. Last words. It's scary as fuck. No, just I got a special coming out in the next couple months. It's going to be on YouTube, hopefully some other places too. This is my first special, so this is like 10 years in the making. I got to film it at the Comedy Store, which is
Let's
a beautiful
go.
experience. Yeah, just fucking look out for it. Follow me on YouTube and Instagram.
Make sure you guys catch that special when it comes out. We're gonna be, putting some of those links up.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you again, bro. Really appreciate it. Hey, everybody, spread love, and most of all, love each other, y'all. Peace.